The RIVET baseball team ended their winless streak by beating POSEY on Monday.
In girls tennis action, South Knox remains unbeaten.
In college baseball, VU had a tough outing over the weekend against the second-rated team in the nation. We have these stories and more coming up on tonight's Sports Buzz. Welcome to Sports Buzz. I'm Tim Roth.
And I'm Aiden Baugh.
It has been a busy week for all area sports teams. We'll start off with the results from the Diamonds. Last night was a rough one for Lincoln baseball as 2A honorable mention North Posey visited Hill Field and torched the Alices 10-0 in 5 innings. Ethan Mansfield dominated Lincoln on the mound, pitching all 5 innings and giving up only 2 hits and no runs. The Vikings broke the game wide open in the 4th on an Easton Lewiggs 3-run triple and a Logan Simmons 2-run blast to take the lead 9-0. On Tuesday, Raiden Benson hit 2 home runs and had 5 RBIs as Lincoln slaughtered Evansville Bossy 16-1. Dagan Perito added 3 hits and 3 RBIs, and Jaden Ray got his first varsity win on the mound. Tonight, the Alices play SIAC for foe Evansville Rights at Hill Field. That game gets underway at 6.
It was a big win on Monday for the RIVET Patriots as they dropped Evansville Bossy 9-3. The win ended a 3-year losing streak and gave coach Stephen Holka his first victory as the Patriots coach. The last time RIVET won was on May 17, 2019. Over that span of time, the team had lost over 40 games. Tommy Herman and Jack Weber led the offense. Herman had 3 hits, including a double. He scored 2 runs and had 2 RBIs. Weber had 3 hits and scored 3 runs. Curtis Shake picked up the win on the mound. He gave up 2 earned runs on 3 hits and struck out 6 batters. On Tuesday, the Patriots could only come up with 1 run and were crushed by Bloomfield 16-1. RIVET's defense was absent from the game as they had 7 errors, 5 in the first inning. The Patriots' only run came courtesy of a wild pitch by the Cardinals. RIVET returns to action tomorrow night in a conference matchup against Bar Reeve.
The South Knox Spartans have the county's best winning streak with 6 in a row. Tuesday, South Knox crushed Eastern Greene on the road 17-4 to improve to 6-1 on the season. The Spartans scored 7 runs in the 3rd and 4 runs in the 4th to put the game out of reach. Zach Allen paced the offense. Allen had 3 hits, including a double, and 4 runs batted in. Maverick Benjamin was the winning pitcher. He gave up 6 hits while striking out 4 batters. The Spartans captured the Princeton Invitational on Saturday. They scored 5 runs in the 10th to break a 1-1 tie and beat the Tigers in the championship game 6-1 in the 10th inning. South Knox smashed Pike Central in their opening game 13-3 in 5 innings. Tomorrow, the Spartans will entertain Washington. Game time is set for 5:30 p.m.
It was a tough week for North Knox on the baseball diamond. Tuesday, Shakamak pitcher Bryce Casey threw a complete game shutout as the Lakers crushed the Warriors 20-0. Gavin Gallagher added a home run for Shakamak, who improved to 3-1 on the season. Cale Jones had 2 hits for North Knox, while Brennan Messel and Corbin Jones each had hits. On Monday, Bloomfield's Brett Sherrard struck out 10 North Knox batters on the way to a 6-0 win over the Warriors. North Knox finished with 2 hits, one by Cale Jones and the other by Will Arnold. North Knox plays again Saturday at Eastern Greene.
Turning to softball, the Lincoln Alices went 2-2 in their most recent slate of games. Wednesday, Lincoln fell at Evansville Mater Dei 9-1 as the Wildcats' Caitlin Goebel hit 3 home runs and pitcher Elisa Baumann struck out 8 batters. Addie Alton scored the Alices' only run in the 4th inning and stole a base, while Miley Carey Frederick had the team's only hit. Tuesday, Lincoln scored 19 runs in the first 3 innings on their way to a 20-1 win over Bossy. Brady Turpin dominated in the circle, allowing 1 hit and striking out 6. She also led the offense with 3 hits, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Lincoln finished the game with 18 hits to Bossy's 1 and took advantage of 10 Bulldog errors. Lincoln split their games on Saturday at the McDonald's tournament. Finishing as the runner-up, they fell to Lawrenceville in the championship game. 11-4, they beat Duggar Union in Game 1, 13-3. The Alices traveled to Evansville Memorial on Saturday.
Wednesday, Madeline Ashley hit a 3-run homer in the 2nd and had 4 RBIs as South Knox routed Lawrenceville 16-5 in 5 innings. Kenzie Johnson got the scoring started in the first with a solo home run for the Spartans, who improved to 3-3 with the win. The Indians rallied to tie the game in the fourth, but a pair of 2-run RBIs by Lily Culp helped South Knox add 6 runs in the fourth and 5 in the fifth to end the game on the mercy rule. Allie Sims struck out 7 batters to pick up the win. On Tuesday, the Spartans were blanked by Class 2A top-rated North Posey 7-0. Allie Sims, Kenzie Johnson, and Reagan Kisson all had 2 hits apiece. Sims picked up the loss for South Knox. She pitched a complete game, giving up 6 hits and striking out 2. Monday, the Spartans were the second Knox County team to fall victim to Princeton's lethal offense, as the Tigers defeated South Knox 11-3. Reagan E. Tolan was the winning pitcher for the Tigers. Macy Linneweber led the South Knox offense with 3 hits and an RBI. Allie Sims had a double and 1 RBI. Tonight, the Spartans travel to North Davies to play the Cougars at 5:30.
North Knox picked up its first win of the softball season, a 17-8 decision over Eastern Greene. Reagan Jones had 4 hits, 2 RBIs, and scored 4 runs for the Warriors, who ended a 5-game losing skid. Bailey McClure also had 4 hits and an RBI, and Allie Christ had 3 hits, 2 doubles, and 4 RBIs. North Knox will be back in action tonight when they host Pike Central.
Last night's tennis action saw RIVET lose a blue-chip conference game to Bar Reeve. The Vikings won 4-1. Kennedy Fry won the lone match for the Patriots at number 1 singles. RIVET will play on Monday at Washington. South Knox girls tennis is still unbeaten after 2 more wins this week. Tuesday, the Spartans defeated last year's sectional champion Washington 4-1. Grace Arnold won the day's only 3-set match at number 3 singles, 2-6, 6-4, and 6-4. Allie Hayden and both double teams were victorious in 2 sets. Monday, the Spartans swept the Princeton Tigers 5-0. Abby Cunningham won 6-2 and 6-0 at number 1 singles. Allie Hayden won 6-0 and 6-3 at number 2 singles, and Grace Arnold prevailed at number 3 singles, 6-2 and 6-0. Both South Knox double teams were victorious, as the number 1 doubles team of Caroline Beard and Grace Carey won 6-3 and 6-0, and the number 2 doubles team, Grace Anna Kramer and Anna Provines, completed the sweep 6-2 and 6-1. Up next for the Spartans is a game tonight at Northeast Du Bois. Vincennes Lincoln was beaten twice on the tennis courts this week. Wednesday, the host Terre Haute South Braves defeated the Alices 5-0. Peyton Dugan took the most sets off of the Braves, losing to Sarah Rose 6-2 and 6-4. Monday, Lincoln was defeated on the tennis courts at Sullivan 4-1. Peyton Dugan picked up the Alice's only win of the night at number 1 singles 6-2 and 6-1. Tonight, the Alices go to Evansville to play Memorial at 6 p.m.
In golf action this week, Lincoln came away with a triangular win yesterday. The Alices carded 154 to beat Washington and Wood Memorial at Cypress Hills. Dusty Taylor led the way, shooting a 1 over par 38 for medalist honors. Right behind Taylor was Graham Reed at 37, and Luke Lindsay was just 2 spots behind at 38. Rounding out the scoring was Xander Hunt with a 43. Lincoln will play again next Wednesday versus South Knox in Bar Reeve. South Knox posted a 165 to 195 win over Bloomfield yesterday at the Phil Harris Golf Club. Cameron Chatton was the medalist, carding a 38. Easton Peters was 1 shot behind with a 39, while Luke Bluebaum had a 43, and Hunter Sievers a 45. The Spartans play Saturday in the Hatchet Invitational at Washington. Parker Steininger shot a 37 and was a medalist of RIVET's Tri-Meet at Princeton. The Patriots downed the host Tigers and Evansville Christian at the Princeton Country Club. Curtis Shake and Drake Balessa shot 43s, while Zach Bottoms had a 46. Next Tuesday, the Patriots will play at Washington Catholic. The North Knox golf team notched a win over North Central on Monday at the High Point Country Club. Mason Lyons was the medalist of the dual match with a 44. Hunter Noonan had a 46, and Dylan Bond, Caden Boys, and Blake Goodwin each carded 49s.
The Vincennes Lincoln boys and girls track teams claimed the 6-team event at North Davies on Tuesday. The boys team outdistanced the field with a score of 215 points. The next closest team was Evansville Christian with 111. DeJuan Gillis was the top performer. He won 2 events, the high jump and the long jump. The girls team totaled 141 points, while RIVET tallied 32.5. Maya Miller had a record-setting day for Lincoln. She broke the school record in the 100-meter high hurdles. She also recorded first-place finishes in the long jump and the 100-meter dash. Greer Harden was the other first-place winner. She won the high jump. RIVET's Lissa Willis finished second in the 100 hurdles and the high jump. Tomorrow, the Alices will participate in the Warrior Invitational at North Knox.
The South Knox boys track team dominated a triangular meet Tuesday against the Miners in North Knox. The Spartans finished first with a score of 117, followed by Linton with 37 and the Warriors with 13. Double winners for South Knox were Evan Thompson in the 110 hurdles and long jump and Lane Gardner in the 200 and 400 meters. On the girls' side, Linton defeated both South Knox and North Knox. The host Miners won the triangular meet with a team score of 78. The Spartans finished second with a score of 51, followed by the Warriors with 39. First place finishers for South Knox were Aubrey Nowoski in the 400 and 800 meter races and Savannah Staggs in the pole vault. The Spartans and Warriors compete again Friday at the Warrior Invitational.
In college sports, the Vincennes University Trailblazers had a rough weekend, losing all 4 games to second-rated Heartland Community College. The Hawks had a slugfest, scoring a total of 39 runs on Saturday. In Game 1, VU lost by a lopsided score of 20-2. In Game 2, Heartland won 19-10. Colton Evans had 2 doubles and 3 RBIs in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Nick Capostasy had his first collegiate home run with the runner on board to pick up 2 RBIs. On Friday, VU lost Game 1 by a score of 8-3, while in Game 2 they took a 10-3 loss. Ethan Burdett went 2 for 4 with triple and RBI. VU returns to action this weekend when they play at John Wood Community College. Vincennes University basketball player Caleb Johnson was selected to the NJCAA All-American Third Team recently. Reporter Hunter Van Houten talked to Johnson about the achievement and head coach Tom Franklin to recap the last season.
Caleb Johnson received NJCAA Third Team All-American honors, representing Vincennes University as their leading scorer. This season, Johnson averaged 16.6 points per game and scored in double figures in 35 of VU's 36 games. He helped his team get to the NJCAA Elite 8 with his scoring ability and says he enjoyed his time at VU.
I'm just glad that I could be a part of something and help bring the program back to where it was.
Johnson says he got a lot of his inspiration for the game from his siblings back home, and that's what motivates him to continue improving.
I'm the youngest of 4, so all my brothers growing up, they played. And they're really the reason why I'm playing now. That's what really keeps me going.
Johnson transferred to VU over the summer from Angelina College in Texas, where he had received All-Region 14 honors. He said he chose to play here because of the coaches and history the program has. Head coach Todd Franklin says Johnson is a great kid, and he enjoyed having him on the team.
Caleb's a great guy, great person, he's played hard. He's tremendously consistent for us all year long. Love him. Don't have anything negative you can say about Caleb. Caleb's been great for us. It was tremendous getting us back on the path that we've been on for a long time.
Coach Franklin says this last season their best trait was rebounding. He says as the season progressed, the team had better shot selections, and Franklin believes that's what helped them get as far as they did.
I thought we played good, solid basketball. I think that's probably our best thing. We were on the glass, took good shots. Those things took us a long way.
5 sophomores are graduating and leaving the team, and Franklin says they're a great group. He thanks them for their help returning VU to where they are supposed to be.
We had 3 of them that were on the only team we had that wasn't real successful coming out of COVID. They had to go through some things that most time our guys do not have to go through. They were tough enough to stick through, get better, and I was very happy for them to be able to experience the success that we normally experience.
Johnson says he has several offers to play in Division I and is currently trying to figure out the best situation for himself. For Sports Buzz, I'm Hunter Van Houten.
And that's all for this edition of Sports Buzz. For Vincennes University Broadcasting, I'm Tim Roth.
And I'm Aiden Baugh. Join us again next week